Love. Respect. Passion. Pain. Intimacy. Pleasure.
I sit here stuck inside my head, remembering you and I analyze all those things you said. You told me you loved me, you kissed and you hugged me, then you smile and look in my eyes and tell me that you'll always be right there.
Ooh, it's Friday night, and you are with the Crazy Rich Aunties right here on PGC After Dark. Baby, we ready. Are y'all? Tonight's show is Don't Catch Feelings. You don't need them. And I'm your girl, Leo Rochelle. And we got Auntie Sassy in here, aka Miss Gina Marie, in the building with us tonight.
Hey y'all.
As y'all can see, we chilling. We got our little robes on and everything, looking cute, feeling cute. Listen, I couldn't even do no makeup. It was so hot.
It's too hot.
It was so hot. I could not even do no makeup. I was like, they just gonna have to forgive me tonight. Cause I've been trying to show up fully for this show,
Right.
But baby, it's still 93 degrees outside and it's 8:30. Okay.
It is extremely hot.
Yeah. Yesterday it was 92 degrees at like 9 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
And I knew it was like 9 o'clock because we were doing Thursday Night Live. And I happened to see the temperature pop up on the corner of my computer last night. And I was like, my God, today. Why is it so late and still so very hot? So, I mean, but the aunties finna make it hotter. So I don't know what y'all thought this was. Go ahead and get y'all a little water.
And put on your robe.
Listen, get your robe and pull up with us. So, tonight's conversation is about building a roster. That's why the topic is don't catch feelings because you don't need them. If you know, you know. That's from our girl Jazmine Sullivan. It's from her song called Roster. And if you ain't never heard the song, go listen to it. But we are diving into one of the most relatable and most controversial conversations, but it's also a different dynamic when it comes to dating that a lot of people don't want to have that conversation about. People do not want to talk about the real deal truth about why they have a roster, why they've built a roster, if it's necessary, or if it has something to do with the fact that some people just don't like choosing one person. So we're going to deep dive into all of that and what that looks like and why we even feel the need for a roster. I know some people I just want to keep my options open. But we're going to unpack all of the benefits, the challenges of dating multiple people, and all of that kind of stuff. Because when you're doing stuff out the box, that shit comes with a price. So let's tap in. So what do you consider when it comes to a roster? What does that mean to you? Like, before we go all in to what it is and all of that kind of stuff, what is a roster exactly? Because I know it means different shit to different people. So what does it mean to you?
To me, a roster is like a backup plan. So when man A can't show up, I always got that backup plan. I can call B, C, D, whoever I need to.
Come on, B, C, D, E, F, G.
G. All the way to Z if necessary. But it's just a lineup. It's a lineup of different people.
Yeah.
Uh, and for me, I like different personalities. So if I want somebody I want to kiki with, I can call that person. If I want somebody I can just solely chill with no expectations, I can call that person. If I want somebody, hey, I
Hmm.
want to go eat, and he got the bill, yeah, boo, what's up? Let's go grab us a bite. That's my
Yes.
roster. Let's go. So, what do you consider a roster?
I feel like the roster is your lineup, just like a football team, a basketball team. It's your lineup. It's your starting five. Hell, some
Mm,
people might have a starting seven.
right,
We'll never know. But I feel like that's what it is. It's the people's lineup. Your 5 or 7 guys, or maybe even three if 5 or 7 is too many for you. Maybe three, maybe two, depending
right,
on the person. However many you choose to have, I feel like that's what the roster is. It is your lineup that you are choosing to date, and at any given time.
right.
But I also think when it comes to talking about a roster, we have to talk about where that truth comes in and all of that. But we're gonna tap into that. We're gonna tap into that. But
Okay,
yeah, that's what a roster is for me. The roster for me is the lineup, the people that you then started, dating, and you might have different people for different things. And as y'all can see, I'm saying people.
right.
I'm not saying men. I'm not saying you got different men for different reasons. No, I'm saying different people, because you may have different people for different things. Because men have rosters and women have rosters. So,
Yeah, and they
um,
have substitutes that they can call when all the roster is busy.
period.
You gotta
And
have
then, yeah, you got to have a backup for when the roster is not showing up.
right.
But yes, ma'am. So hold on, let me get somebody notes, because I'm excited about this conversation all the way around. Um, because when I was looking into having this conversation earlier today, I was like, what really would make somebody upset when it came down to being on somebody's roster? Like, what would be the reason somebody got upset for being on a roster?
Them not. I think one major thing would be is them not even knowing they are part of a
Yep.
lineup, and there you have them thinking that they are the only one, and then when they find out I'm one of many,
Mm-hmm.
that hurts people's feelings, and it. That's why I think it's always honest to let people know I'm dating.
Yeah.
If I'm dating, you're not the only person I'm dating. I'm dating to find the one that is compatible for me.
Mm-hmm.
So if you don't let people know, so they know what they're getting into, they know what they're consenting to, because a lot of people get
Yep.
upset because they don't have the option to consent to it. So you just put them in it. Oh, you one of my lineups. And then when they find out, like say if you're out on another date and they see you across the room with somebody else, their feelings is hurt.
Mm-hmm.
That ain't cool. It can go many ways. The worstest way is that they act to ass and try to do something to you
Yep.
because there was no honesty in the beginning. That's where people run into problems because you have these people who are psychopaths and they might want to do something to you. Or you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So baby, be honest. Just be honest all the way around. There's no
Listen.
need to even play game. People don't like basically people don't like their lives played with, and that's what you're doing. You're playing with somebody's life.
Yep.
Be honest. If you can't be honest about this, then don't do it.
Yep.
You too old to be playing games.
And is um I think that's the biggest thing is that a lot of folks are really people get really upset when you take away their choices.
Yes, ma'am.
Don't take away my choices. Give me the option to say, okay, this is who I am. This is what I'm doing. This is what I'm, this is how I'm navigating and all of that kind of stuff. Because if you tell me that, then I get to choose if I want to be a part of this dynamic or not. I
Facts.
think when people just navigate in that space and navigate in that way without saying, hey, this is what it is, this is how we moving, and this is how I'm moving, and you don't tell anybody that, and then they see you out on a date with somebody and you having the time of your fucking life, and they like, wait a minute, because we was just out last night, and now
Facts.
you like, so I don't give a damn, like. And then that's the other thing too. A lot of people say, "Oh, well, you knew what this was." Actually, I didn't. Actually, I had no motherfucking clue what this was.
I didn't know I was finna be multiple partners, and then you got to look at it too, because people, if you're sexually active with all your roster, you're putting everybody else's life
Yep, in
in
danger.
jeopardy, and
Yep.
so people look at that fact too. So it's like you have to make a conscious decision. Am I just going to have this roster and we're just dating and sex is off the table? Or is it just one person or maybe two people I decide on the roster I'm
Mm-hmm.
going to have sex with? You have to be honest.
Yep.
You have to be smart, because then people be looking at, well, you sleeping with this guy, this guy, this. Wait a minute, let me go get myself checked. Make sure I'm not getting,
Mm-hmm.
he giving me anything or they're giving me anything. So there's a lot of things people have to take seriously in consideration, because you're playing with people's lives. You're seriously
Yep.
playing with people's lives. Give them that choice factor.
Yep. But then also, like, especially like if you choosing or if you have people for different things. Say, for instance, you got a man that's only a eater for you.
Oh, girl, those are the best ones.
You stupid. A man that's only a eater for you. And then you got a man that you having sex with. Like, you got to make sure you spacing them out enough that you not having your eater.
Falling behind Joe.
Right. You ain't got your eater showing up after the nigga that you actually full on having sex with. So you got to be smart about how you line up your roster too, because you don't want that man coming up in there and be like, hey, what's this?
You don't want that man coming up with a pearl necklace. That's what you don't want. That will
Listen,
get you hurt.
you don't want that. You want easy breezy, but definitely want some. You definitely want your men to know, or your women too. I'm not even just gonna say men. You want your women to know too, because one of the other things when it comes to that is, um, women are a lot more sensitive as far as like vaginally and all of that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So if you as a man are hunching on several different people and she hunching on several different people, that's gonna end up being an issue. And y'all need to have that conversation. And so, yep, y'all gonna have to have that conversation sooner than later, because outside of that, somebody gonna come up itching.
And baby, that's an issue, especially for me, because baby, that's fighting words.
Yeah. Yeah.
Boy, who you been with? Because I know it ain't me. And but you know, a lot of people will try to turn it around on you and be like, who you been with?
Right.
You and knowing darn well that they are the
That they
one
was the one out there hunching around.
unprotected. And see that
Uh-huh.
I don't I don't know. It's a catch-22 when you're dealing with a roster.
Yep.
And you have to have strong backbone, strong conviction in order to actually deal with a roster, because it can be good and it can be bad, and it can
Mm-hmm.
go awfully bad if everybody is not informed about the situation.
About them being on your roster.
Yes.
So let's talk about that.
Okay.
Like, how do you tell people that they're a part of a roster?
I wouldn't say roster because it makes
I
it
mean,
sound
no, not necessarily, not
it makes it
necessarily
sound
saying
so
roster, but
uncaring and like you a player to me.
yeah.
But I will be like, look, darling.
I love when you say motherfucking darling. I don't know why.
Look,
That
look,
shit
darling.
tickles me so bad because it's like I'm finna tell you some nice nasty shit.
That part. I'll be like, look, baby, come on in, have a seat. Now, look, we finna have this serious conversation. Now, I'm giving you the option of choice
Mm-hmm.
when it comes to dealing with me. But I'm gonna let you know where I am at this point in my life. And at this
Mm-hmm.
point in my life, I have decided that I'm going to date. I did not say anything about sleeping with anybody. I said I'm going to date. So if I'm going to date, you're going to be one of many. So
Not one of
either
many.
you, well, I'll be damned if I'm a date. I'll be damned. I ain't finna date
Hey,
one.
I feel you.
It's like I want you to understand. I am trying to find someone that is going to be very much compatible with me. Someone who gets me, understands that I have my goofy days, I have my quirky days, I have my I'm in control days. You understand where
Mm-hmm.
I'm coming from, and you can deal with me. So, darling, once again, this is your choice. I'm not going to take your right away to make an informed decision. And I would love for you to stay. And I would love to get to know you even better to see if it can go past me dating multiple people. But if that's not the case, I
Mm-hmm.
appreciate your time. And I would love for you to go on ahead and step out that door. Have a
Go ahead
great
and
day.
exit
Exit,
to the
baby, exit.
left.
To the left, to the left,
To
to
the
the
left.
left.
To the left. To the
I mean,
left. To
I
the
don't want
left.
nobody to feel like, oh, she tricked me into doing this and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
No, I had a conversation with you.
Mm-hmm.
No, I had a very nice conversation because I did say darling to you. Now, I could have said, look here,
Right.
this is what I'm going to do, whether you like it or not. You don't have a choice in the matter. You're just going to be one of many.
Of many.
Call you when I want to see you. Don't call me, but I'll call you. But I'm
Yeah.
not going to do that because I want them to make a conscious decision. You can call me. What you doing today? Let me check my look. Let me check my Palm Palette.
Right.
My calendar say I'm free today. So
Listen.
yeah, what you want to do? What you want to do? You want to hang out? We can hang out. Sure you can.
Mm-hmm.
You want to spend the night? Yeah, sure you can. Couch is very much so waiting on you if that's what you want to do. But you're not getting in my bed. We have to draw
And
boundaries.
ain't.
If you're going to do that, you for me, I don't want to be emotionally tied to someone because once you bring sex into the matter,
Mm-hmm. It's
everything
different.
it changes, and then people feel like they're entitled to you. You're not entitled to me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm out here still trying to find Mr. Right.
Yeah.
And the way I look at it, penis is a penis. I just wanted to get my rocks off, and here you is. Oh, she finally gave me some, and so now I'm so in love with her. I'm gonna do this. I don't want you to get in your own trick bag. You put yourself in your own trick bag. This ain't what
Mm-hmm.
it is. I just wanted it. It sounds funny coming from a woman to say this, but you know me, I don't give a damn.
All
My
right.
this women have needs just like men have needs, and
Oh,
sometimes
absolutely.
we women have been so suppressed for so long to even say what they want and how they want it, that when you find a female who gonna tell you straight up, I want the penis. That's it. That's
Mm-hmm.
all. I don't want no emotional connection to it. I don't want nothing. I just want that. Dick me down, and then you go on about your business. That's
Yeah.
it. It throws
Yeah.
a lot of men back. It makes people be like, "What? You just want what?" Well, then in the man's head, they probably their ego kick in. I'm gonna dick it down real good. So
So
when I
she
dick
choose me and
use me, and then she'll keep every time she think about me, she get that feeling, and she'll call me. Well, all females are not that gullible. Everybody ain't falling behind no penis, baby.
mm-hmm.
I say dick come a dime a dozen. So it's like I don't. If I tell you up front, this is what it is. I want you to understand. This is what it is. And if I have
Mm-hmm.
to bring out my old contract,
Not
I
the
just got.
contract. Come on. Come
I
on,
need you.
contracts.
I need you to sign this so you can understand. There's no emotional attachment. You bringing me a service, which sounds so fucking whorish, but I don't give a damn. You giving me a service,
Hey.
and I'm paying you with my service. So you know what I'm saying, tit for tat. You get a nut,
Yeah.
I get a nut. That's it. That's
And
all.
I think that's the part where people get more offended than anything is that they're like, why would you treat me like that? You know what I'm saying? And I just think when it comes to having that conversation, I think it just needs to be like, hey, so this is how I'm moving,
Mm-hmm.
and if you want to be a part of this, then cool. If not, then cool. But I want you to know that this is how I choose to navigate. This is how I'm choosing to move currently at this point. I want to date. I am not currently looking for exclusivity,
Right.
but if we do get to a point where that's what either of us want, then we can have another conversation about that and go from there. But
Revisit.
yeah, we can revisit that at any time. But I think the biggest part when it comes to any of this, whether it's dating or building a roster or any of that, is that people don't communicate. But also, it's too many people or too many guys that are willing to kind of bounce back and forth,
Mm-hmm.
or not be consistent in a person's life. So you can't even really give them the conversation about having motherfuckers on the roster or any of that because the people that's supposed to be on it ain't even consistent enough.
No, it didn't have the audacity to get upset because
Because you don't went on
it
about your
replaced
business.
that had been replaced with the backup.
Yeah.
So no, no.
Yeah, that's the part for me. I'm like, I feel like I feel like you just gonna go ahead and we're either going to go ahead and agree or we're gonna disagree. But like I said, I hate when I summer that was my goal for the summer.
Mm-hmm.
To have me a little summer roster. Have me a little summer fling thing. But niggas be boring. So they don't even keep my attention long enough for me to be like, all right, I want you on the roster. It was just like, it was a fun idea and doing some shit for the plot, but then it fizzled out real quick because I'm like, y'all niggas are boring. Y'all don't want to do nothing. Like, I was like, but also my thought process, or when I think about having a roster or building out a roster, or even just having a few little dudes that I fuck with, like,
Mm-hmm.
you gotta have some good qualities about yourself. You're not just gonna be somebody who don't have nothing going on in your life. You're not somebody who's building anything, doing anything, creating anything. Like, man, get the fuck out of here. If I wanted a homosexual, I could go out here and find one of them anywhere. But also,
Yeah, yeah.
it was a good idea, so I thought.
Mm-hmm.
But it absolutely went nowhere besides a thought.
Right, right.
I was just like, when I started thinking about the stress of talking to multiple people or dealing with multiple people. And most of the time, a lot of people out here now got kids, and I don't have children. So when I'm thinking about dating somebody or having a roster, I want to be able to get up and go and do, almost at the drop of a hat. I get
Right.
it if you got to build out, you got to take some time off from work or whatever. But I want to be ready to go. I like getting up and going and moving and doing and just having a good time. And I think that is the part for me that makes it a little more difficult, is because um I don't have children, and so most people have kids, and you have to be mindful of that. I'm not a complete asshole, and I'm not sitting up here like, oh no, I don't want to. I don't give a fuck about your children. I mean, because I could be that way, but I'm not. I'm very realistic when it comes to people having children and stuff. But I also want you to know, like, that's part of my dating experience, is being able to do stuff on a whim.
Right, right. Because you don't
So,
have children, and that makes a lot of sense. And a lot of women that are in your position, and people say they're selfish. Oh, you're selfish. Decide, I don't want to date a man who has children, because
mm-hmm,
I want to be able to get up on a whim and be like, hey, let's go take a weekend trip. You don't have to worry about it. But let me plan for somebody to watch my children. Let me make sure my children are okay. You don't have to worry about that. Or vice
mm-hmm,
versa. She's saying the same thing. So it's like a lot of people be like, oh, they selfish. You shouldn't eliminate other people because they have children. You got to understand people's circumstances. You got to understand people's situations. Everybody's not ready to
mm-hmm.
be a step parent at the time, or
Yeah.
uh,
and
deal
and
with
a lot
somebody.
of people ain't just really ready to deal with having that much consideration for somebody else. Like, I would like to think that I am very realistic when it comes to other people's lives and what they have to navigate, especially those that have children.
Mm-hmm.
I know what I have to navigate as someone who doesn't have children. So I really think about it when somebody has to navigate it when they do. And so I try to have a little more patience and a little more understanding. But also, people, if you're dating or messing around with somebody, communication is the bare minimum. And I think that's the part where people forget. Like, the conversation or communication has to be consistent, or at least showing that you give a fuck, because otherwise, it's really giving, I don't give a damn.
Yeah, that's the truth. That's the truth.
Or this isn't what I really wanted anyway. You know what I'm saying? It's giving that you're uninterested. And so if you're uninterested, then that's something that you need to just go ahead and say and move on without still taking from that person whatever you're going to take from them.
That's true. But you have a lot of people who will not tell the person they're dating they have children,
Uh-huh. Yep.
and then they give them all of this extra time and everything. Then all of a sudden you bring, oh, my children are coming. Maybe they have children that are out of town. So if they're out of town, they're saying, well, I don't deal with my children but once, every summer or vacation time.
Mm-hmm.
And so you have this big gap where it's just you and her or you and him. And then all of a sudden you'd be like, oh, by the way, my children are coming. And they'd be like, what the fuck? When did you have kids? Why am I just now? And say, y'all 6 months into this.
Nah,
And
bruh. That's insane. 6 months.
yeah, and you just now, and you, when they go to your house, you don't see no pictures of the children. You don't, it's just, you know what I'm saying? So you ain't prepared me for none of this. How do you expect me to act?
That's
Me,
crazy.
if I was a single person and you did me like that, like, baby, let me say something. I truly appreciate our little time we had together. But I ain't the one to be dealing with nobody's shit.
And listen.
If you would have gave me the heads up in the beginning, then I could have got my mental ready. But because I do not have any children, I'm going to continue on my little journey. I appreciate everything you've done.
No, for
I
real,
appreciate
bro.
all the fun times. But I have to be honest with you, this is not for me. And I just leave. I can't, I wouldn't be able to do that. And which is funny because my baby daughter has always been like that. She
Mm,
she's never had children. She's pregnant now, but she's 33 years old and she never, if you had children, she wouldn't date you. She Because she's like, I got nieces and nephews I can deal with, and I see them and I take them back home. I don't want no children in my home. I don't want to
yeah,
come over your house and see your children. And she stood on it.
yeah,
Do nothing but respect it.
yeah. And I think just depending on age wise, or even just in general, you have that right. Um, I saw the other day. It was a clip from tonight's conversation, and they were talking about, it was a man who was saying that he loves dating single mothers, but he does not want to deal with the children ever. And I'm like, well, you might not want to date a single mother. Like if you never plan on dealing with her children, you are trying to you are trying to make this woman a single woman, and with no children, because you're saying you don't want to deal with her children. Now I understand having boundaries when you meet the children and all of that kind of stuff, because I have a big rule about that. Like if we're dating, I do not want to intentionally be introduced to your children. Now, if I just so happen to meet them, or we run into each other, or you know what I'm saying, circumstances make it to where I do end up meeting your children, that's cool. They don't even got to know my goddamn name, is what I'm saying. But I do have that rule simply because, one, I love children. Two, kids love me. So it's really protection for the both of me and the kids, because no, we'll fall in love with each other and I'll be mad because now I can't see your babies and their birthday then came up, and now I got them something for their birthday and I'm mad at you and can't talk to you and all that other kind of shit. I've had it happen before. And that was the only time that I went against my rule, and it wasn't even an intentional thing. We
Mm-hmm.
had a date set, and then it was a little movie night kind of situation or whatever, so it wasn't no big deal.
Uh-huh.
But it was oh yeah, I got the kids, by the way, I got the kids tonight, their mom had an emergency, blah 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 da da da. And I'm like, well, do you want to reschedule? And he was like, no, you can still come by, they cool, they doing their thing. I was like, oh, okay, and I fell in love with them kids and all of that. Like me and their mom is cool now, but I don't fuck with the daddy now. Like me and their mama cool, but I don't fuck with the daddy now. And I think it has a lot to do with him being a liar. But
Right.
outside of that, yeah, the kids are. I still talk with the mom from time to time and all of that kind of stuff, check in on her and the kids. But I don't like. I do not like the part of dating when it comes to dating multiple people, because of the energy that you got to put out in order to keep up with them too.
Ooh, that part.
But I also think that's the benefit of dating multiple people, is that you kind of know how to disperse your energy. Like if you got somebody that you talking to all the time and this, that, and the third, like they're gonna require more energy than the man who work 16-hour days. If you got a nigga that's working 16-hour days and y'all only talk, every other day or
Yep.
every 3 days, you know that he's going to require less energy. So I think that's my thing, is if you're gonna have a roster, you better space it out, or you better choose people that are polar opposites of each other.
Which is true. Which is true. You want somebody that's gonna fit every little niche that you have. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Especially if you got one that works 16 hours, then you know if you work 16 hours a day and he's off probably once a week, you know you're not going to schedule nobody else
On that one
that
day.
day because that's his day. And you know that you're going to do whatever you have to do to make sure that he's cool, you're
Mm-hmm.
cool. And then after that, you ain't got to worry about him till next week.
Listen, right. You got a whole week going to do your thing. Because
Yep.
Willie Earl finna be at work all week.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think when it comes to like building out the rosters and stuff like that, it can be a lot. So just kind of doubling back to what we said, what having a roster means. So for some people it means dating multiple people before being exclusive,
Mm-hmm.
refusing to commit too quickly and exploring compatibility options, but also having options while learning somebody, because that makes a difference too. Like if we're in the beginning stages and I'm still learning you and what you like and how you are and all of those kind of things, then it lends to, okay, I'm trying to get to know you and I'm knowing getting to know this person too. So between the two of y'all, one of y'all I might end up making my boyfriend, but
True.
we're in the getting to know you phase. So I think that's part of it too. But then for other people, it means an emotional backup, casual situationships, rotating partners, and never allowing one person too much access. So, is there a difference between dating intentionally, entertaining multiple people, having a roster, and leading people on? Like, where do we draw the line, or where is it that you choose to draw the line when it comes to those kind of things?
Hmm. Where do I choose the line?
Where do you draw the line, mamas?
Um, Damn. I never really thought about it. Um, because there is a difference between hmm, damn, that's a good question. Because when you never think about it, you just don't think about it. You're just in
Yeah.
you you're just in the
You
mood.
just move a particular way and don't necessarily think about like where the line is drawn. I would say for me, I don't want to lead people on, so I'm never going to do that. I don't want to lead people on and any of that. But also in this space of dating multiple people, that you can be very intentional while dating multiple people.
You can.
Your intent could be to have multiple partners. I think at this age or at this space in my life, I have been open and more willing to possibly entertain having more than one partner.
Ain't nothing wrong with it.
And I think that's simply just because one, life be moving, and I be wanting to do stuff, and I want to get outside, and I want to have a good time, and I honestly think I don't want to get bored. I don't want to get bored with somebody
It's
because
true.
I've been there and I've been in that space where stuff gets monotonous and you get bored, and now I'm bored with you, and now you out here cheating, or now I'm entertaining somebody else because you didn't got boring. Um, I
And
feel
it,
like if I can rotate, then I'm not bored with you because, hey, where you been? I ain't seen you in a couple days. You know what I'm saying? Like that kind of thing. I ain't seen you in a couple days. I've had an opportunity to miss you. I don't fucking know. I can't even really truly explain it or put it into words. I just feel like my energy at this point in my life is more willing to do or to deal with multiple partners, because for the longest of time I was such a relationship girly. And all of that kind of stuff. And I'm like, I'm still a relationship girly, but I believe I want my relationships to look a little different, you
different.
know. And I'm starting to become okay with that. The one thing that I do not like is the labels, though.
I know,
I don't
especially
like them labels.
when because it's different labels for men, but for women, it's like, oh,
It's a whole lot of negativity attached to the labels when it comes to women, or but also I don't like the labels of the relationships either. Like if we're talking about, because I don't understand all of them different layers and uh what, like I've seen a girl, she was explaining like poly relationships and she was like, okay, and then I got my satellite over here, and then I got my people that I play with over here, and then I got my polycule over here. And I was like,
yep,
girl, that's too many words and too many labels and too many things. We gonna rock, we just gonna rock. But I don't like all of them labels because I'm like, what is all of that? What is all of that? And
yeah,
what does all of that even mean? Just say we fucking around. I don't know. But I think the too many, like, oh, and then what was another one? Nested,
yeah.
attached but not nested, nested but not attached. I was like, what? This so much. It's
It's a
so
lot.
much.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
I'm with.
Yeah.
I don't want the labels. I don't want all that extra. It's like that extra layer of you doing too damn much for me. My brain can only comprehend what it can comprehend. So now I got to worry. Are we nested? Are we not nested? Are we this?
Yeah.
I don't want that. I just want to know, look here, sweetie. We are dating. Point blank. We're dating. And all that other bullshit is to the side. I don't care. It's like, because it's just, I'm going to put him in this category. I'm going to put her in this
Yeah.
category. And then it's like your brain is saying, well, damn, you got all these categories. What if you get them mixed up? What if somebody cross over to the other side? And I don't want all of that. I just want it simple. I want it plain. God damn it, we're dating. Point blank. We are dating.
Man, because I'm like, that just sounds like so much. And that is no disrespect to nobody
Nope.
in the poly community or none of that. Like, do what y'all do. I just like so many different things, so many different labels. Even as I've read some of it, so much of that stuff is like a Venn diagram. Like you got
Mm-hmm.
stuff that falls on this side and some that falls on this side, but you got stuff that's crossing over left and right when you read the definitions or listen to what the definitions of some of these things are. So I'm like,
Excuse me.
how do I define this or this versus that? So to me, it's a little bit confusing. And if somebody wants to come over here and have those kind of conversations with us, please do, because I am open to somebody explaining all of those different definitions and categories and options when it comes to the poly lifestyle, because I'm never going to be an asshole about it. I'm just going to simply tell you I don't understand what that is. I don't know what that is. I'm
Right.
very new to learning poly and understanding it. Um, but yeah, and then even I've considered some of the other options when it comes to poly, and I'm like, okay, this is cool, but I don't understand it. So, and then the other thing too is that not a lot of people want to give you real answers when you ask real questions.
Because they're not used to it.
Yeah,
They're
like I want to know for real, like, okay, so what's this versus that, and what's this versus this?
right.
And nobody can really answer it, but people are so freaked out just wanting to be a part of the lifestyle and all that other kind of stuff just because they want to get the fucking, but nobody wants to have the educational piece or educational conversation. So that's the part I don't like. That's why I like sticking to BDSM, because that's what I know. And I know I'm well versed in that, but also still learning a lot in that space, but I know what I know over there. So I think that's one of the reasons why I really don't navigate too well through the poly lifestyle
But you got to look
stuff.
at it. With the poly lifestyle, a lot of people, um, they when you say fucking, a lot of people are not lifestyle. A lot of people get into it because they think
Because they
we're
think people out here hunching.
everybody's out here hunching. And the thing of it is, with the poly lifestyle, a lot of times when you go to these events, a lot of people don't even go to hunch. They go to socialize. They go to network. They go just to have a grand old time. And you will
Yep.
find people who come and say, oh, I've been in a lifestyle 20, 30 years. And they act like everybody, if I talk to you, you're supposed to give me your goods. That's
Mm-mm.
you're not lifestyle, baby. You're just here to fuck. And
Right.
you'll run into a lot
Because
of people
that's it.
that come to parties, and especially the men, they feel entitled. Well, I didn't get no cat. And
Uh-uh.
if you don't get none, because we've ran into one guy got mad at one of my ex friends because they had a good old conversation, and they were planning on meeting up and having maybe do a little something something, but then she decided I don't think I want to. He got mad and she was called out kind of hoes. You
Oh,
led me
wow.
out. Well, I thought this was a party and people in here fucking and doing. And I looked at him. I said, "Hold up," because she decided that she didn't want to give her stuff up to you. She's a whore now. All y'all bitches are whores. I said, oh,
Not you didn't get all the way out of pocket.
went out of pocket. And I said, let me tell you something. If the shoe was on the other foot and you were the female
That's crazy.
and someone came at you like that, I wouldn't put up with it. So why should she? Why should
That's
she?
crazy.
Because the parties, when you come to a party, it's not guaranteed that you will play. That is
Yeah.
poly people understand. If we go to a party, our lifestyle people understand. If we go to a party, it is not guaranteed. As soon as I walk in, this female's gonna be all slobbing on my knob, and I'm gonna be
No.
up here slobbing on her honey pot. All of that is not guaranteed. So they understand. They go into it. It's like I'm gonna go have fun, meet new people.
Yeah, because that's what it's supposed to be about anyway. You're not supposed to go in there with the thought process of,
We're gonna screw. We're gonna screw.
yeah, like that shouldn't even be how you navigating. That shouldn't even be at the forefront of your brain, especially if you're on something and you're genuinely being about something. Like, come on, man.
But it goes back to this. Back in the day, they used to vet people before they allowed them to come to.
Yes, ma'am.
They stopped vetting people and they started
Come
thinking
on.
about the money value. Well, what can they? The party's this. So if they pay
Yep.
this $150 for these 2 days, we cool. No, you still need to vet people. Let them know the rules. Have
Yep.
someone walk around with them and tell them if no means no and no means truly no. You cannot talk nobody into giving themselves to you.
Yep. Because that's
Yeah,
coercion.
that's it. And then also vetting lets you know who will actually be a good candidate to be in the lifestyle
Yep.
versus one who's just a ham dog and he came to screw and he has no respect for the female gender, or we've had women do it, or the male gender because they be like,
Mm-hmm.
women don't do women. Sometimes women can be
Shit.
worse than men.
I was about to say shit. I've seen it.
If they can be worse than men, and women, some women feel like, well, I'm the woman, so I should be able to walk up to anybody and grab their penis. Girl, what?
That's crazy.
They are a human being just like you. You wouldn't want nobody to walk up to you and grab your honey pot or
Pooch, grab you by the puss.
your cushy hairs, or grab your butt.
Not by the coochie hairs.
You don't want that, so you should look at it
That's
like,
wild.
if I don't want it done to me, I'm pretty sure this man up here doesn't want it done to him. Now, if y'all have a whole
Facts.
conversation about it and y'all both agree, then I'll do what you do. But just to walk up to some random man because he fine and want to, because a lot of men get mad. You touch him, what? They get
Mm-hmm.
mad because why do women get the free pass? And when men do that, we get in trouble and have asked to leave. But when women do it, y'all give them a break. No, don't give nobody a break because
Nobody deserves a break. That's disrespectful.
that's very disrespectful. And it's like everybody should be on the same playing field. But they stop
Yep.
vetting people. They stop vetting people, and that's crazy.
Yep.
That's crazy. Disrespect is disrespect.
Absolutely. And I think that is where folks lose. I think that's where people lose the plot of it all. I think that's where people lose what exactly should be happening and what's going on and all of that kind of stuff. Because now people start looking at those kind of things as the opportunities to get out here and have access to so many people. And that's why, like you said, vetting people is necessary because if nobody's being vetted and everybody is allowed to be a part of these parties and these things like that, then yeah, you're going to open the door for predators. You're going to open the door for people to just come in and do what the fuck ever. And so I think that's part of it too. For me, is like vetting processes help you to see who should be in those spaces. But also when it just comes to dating, vetting is a real thing. You should absolutely be vetting people. Hey, Stretch. You
Hey,
should absolutely be vetting people and not only vetting them, but you should also be like really asking the tough questions because some motherfuckers really be out here on on meds or need to be on meds.
mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think just in general, when it comes to dating and all of that kind of stuff, people really, really do have to. We got to get back to dating people, and asking who your mama now, who your folks, who your people. I don't think we'll ever get back to there, but I know that shit used to work when we was in that space.
Yep.
But let's talk about some of the other reasons why people build rosters.
Okay.
So, so, um, I think okay. So one of the things that I did see was like that nobody decides randomly that they want to build a roster. That there's usually a reason tied to wanting to have a roster. So, like I said, my reason for wanting a summer roster was honestly one, I wanted some excitement, I wanted some fun, I wanted some random getaways,
Mm-hmm.
trips. Let's go out of town, let's hang out, you know what I'm saying? But also, the reason was because I was tired of boredom. I was tired of the monotony. I'm tired of the rigmarole. And so that was the whole reason behind me saying, oh, I think I might want a summer roster. But also, where I live does not leave room for building a roster because these motherfuckers are weird.
Said it once.
So, yeah, they so weird. And so my roster would literally end up being niggas from out of town. Like, like, so how would that even work? Like, how would that even work if your whole roster does not live where you live? That don't even work. That's not realistic. So that was the other part of the thought process. Like, who is even somebody that I could put on my roster and be like, I know this is going to be a good time. I know this is going to be a ball. I know this is going to be a blast. And we're literally going to have the time of our lives fucking around for the summer. And then we go on about our business for the winter. I mean, I'm not saying we can't move it into the winter, but the whole goal was just for it to be for the summer. I was out here trying to be like Grease. Summer loving happens so fast. That's what I was trying to be on. That's what I was trying to be on. Pop, 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 pop. That's what we got the pink rose and all of that kind of shit. I was out here trying to be on some Grease action.
Yeah, you have
And didn't even get that. Hell, the summer almost over.
don't feel bad. Winter coming, and now you finna get them homosexuals who be trying to find
Man, you get the fuck out my face. You ain't coming over here.
they want somewhere they want to come in.
Ain't no way to stay over here, nigga. Especially if you ain't got no money to pay none of these bills. You might as well not look this way.
Right.
You ain't finna come lay in my shit and then think you're not gonna contribute to nothing. I think the fuck not. Chief.
Well, you know, a lot of them think if I'm laying good pipe, that's all that matters. Because I will drive her car while she goes to work. I will clean the house. I will cook and I clean. And when she comes home, I give her a good pipe. And then I don't have to do anything. But
ain't
that
no pipe that good.
Ain't never gonna be no. I'm not gonna be sitting at work waiting on you to come get me in my vehicle.
In my shit. Boy,
And
fuck
then,
you. You better ask your mama for her car.
Then I'm at work working my butt off to pay the bills while you running my bills up while I'm at work. No. Where they do that at?
That doesn't even logically make, like, that is not even logically sound.
But you know, a lot of women are living that life.
Yeah, I know a lot of them are, but like,
they're happy about it. And baby,
I ain't never been that hard up for a nigga to be in my shit.
Baby, that's why they make toys all day long. I can go go get me some toys and pretend, hey Johnny, how you doing?
Hey, listen, and y'all can hate me, and this might not be the best thought process, but I'd rather deal with a married nigga than to deal with a homosexual. Like, the fuck are we talking about here? Like, at least I know he ain't trying to come over here.
Yep. They just try to get their little whatever, and go back to their wives. That's it. That's all.
Right. But also, like, and like I said, that may not be the best thought process, but if I really wanted some and to deal with somebody that I really didn't have to deal with, I'd rather deal with that than to deal with a motherfucking homosexual and you and my shit running my bills up, eating up my food and ain't replacing none of it. Nigga, do you even get food stamps since you ain't working? That food stamp card better be in my hand on the day that they land on your shit, because that is your key to the kingdom.
No, I wouldn't even.
But also, right, right. But also, where the money at, motherfucker? Like, you ain't got no hustling. You were nothing. Like, nothing.
Nothing. I'm sorry.
But also, I don't want no hustler or drug dealer neither, because you not finna have them people coming up in my shit neither.
Running up in my house. That's
ain't nobody finna know where I stay and all of that kind of shit.
And that's why I got to the point I've said, unless I'm getting married, will no other man stay in my house with me? I'm sorry. You have to have your own place.
Yeah.
And I'd rather come to your house than you come to mine, because I don't introduce men to my family until I know we're gonna be dating. And it's not like, oh, okay, we've been together, we've been, getting to know each other. Now we want to date. Let me meet your family. Hell no. We're finna see how long. We're gonna go 6 to 8 months, almost a year before I even decide. Because hell, you could change up on me once we start dating. No.
Yep. With that, and I feel that completely. So, like I said, like my whole thing when it came down to building the roster was just because I wanted to have, a random summer of fun. Like, and this motherfucking summer almost over, and I'm up here like, bro, y'all ain't nobody brought no kind of spontaneity, excitement, or nothing to my life. So I guess I got to bring it to. I mean, like I'm always gonna bring my own spontaneity and fun, but I'm like, damn, I can't do shit nothing with somebody of the opposite sex. I can't find that, and I feel
Right.
like that shit is trash. To
Right.
say that we out here and we can't find suitable partners where we could just be on some bullshit with and have some fun. But that's the understanding that we're simply on bullshit and having fun for the summer.
Right. You
You
just gonna be
trying
my
to
summer
tell
bunny.
me?
That's it. That's all you
Right.
know. But it's like, and it's sad because the way people think about, they don't even think about dating. They just, I think a lot of people think, I'm gonna meet this person, meet that person, and the first thing I want to do is screw this person because I ran into a person and came off cooler than a fan
Mm-hmm.
and was like, I don't want to touch you or anything. I want your heart first. And I'm just like, a little different. But in the back of my mind, I was like, we're going to see how long this lasts.
Mm-hmm.
Then next thing you know, you're like, well, let's go out on a date. Don't wear no panties. Well, I'm not wearing no panties.
Right. If you talking about you want my heart first, nigga,
You
my
talking,
heart ain't in my drawers.
talking about, no, I just want to taste it. No, baby, we ain't going on no date. We ain't going nowhere because what you're not gonna do, you think you're gonna,
Sir.
you think your head game going to about. Well, I'm good at giving head, but I don't give a damn about that. My thing is, sir, we're supposed to be dating, so I can get to know you. And once again, for me, putting sex in the front before I actually get to know you is a very, very bad, because you could be a damn psychopath
Uh-huh.
and I done gave you some and you done fell in love with me and I'm trying to swat you like a fly. Get away from me. Because I don't want
I got to at you every time I see you.
Yes, like I don't see you coming and I'm turning the other way. Or
Mm-mm.
I come out of work and you sit in front of my job.
Nah,
Hey, babe,
see,
I'm coming to bring you lunch. No, don't do that. I don't want
We don't
pop-up.
need no what's his name? What was his name on Players Club?
Oh my lord. What was his name?
Melvin. Was it Melvin? I don't know, but we don't need none of them niggas. We don't need
No,
none of them.
I don't need no pop-ups. I just don't.
Nah, we don't need the pop up action.
Or
Okay,
they
so
out your house waiting on
man, get the fuck from in front of my crib, Leroy.
you.
So let's unpack every reason. So some people build rosters because one of the freedom.
Okay.
I don't want to settle too quickly. That's one. And I can understand that. Okay. Two, exploration. I genuinely want to learn different people before making a decision.
True.
Three, previous heartbreak. I gave one person everything before and it crushed me. So now they are navigating from a place of hurt instead of a place of exploration and fun.
True.
Because I get one and two, you doing it for exploration, you doing it for fun, you doing it for freedom. That's a reason.
Mm-hmm.
But previous heartbreak is not a reason to be out here trying to build a roster. And now you're intentionally out here connecting with people in order to break their heart. Like you're bleeding on other people in that regard. Next is fear. I don't trust people enough to put all my energy into one person. Again, that just feels like you out here trying to trick people and be on some bullshit. Confidence. I finally have options and I want to enjoy dating. I can understand that one.
Yeah.
Because, shit changes as you get older and maybe you've done some things with yourself, your looks. Maybe you went from a plain Jane to a baddie or whatever the case may be. So who knows? Validation. I like knowing multiple people want me. That's ego driven like a motherfucker.
Ego. That is straight ego.
Convenience. I don't want expectations right now. I get that too. Um, Emotional protection. If one person leaves, at least I'm not starting from zero. The behaviors, I do want to say that the behaviors can look the same, but the motivation and the reasoning behind the way a person moves or builds a roster may be totally different, because if especially like heartbreak and validation, those are not good reasons, because somebody gonna end up hurting your heart while they out here trying to validate your ass, because now I done told you too much. Now I done made you feel too special, and I'm not finna keep doing that either.
Yeah.
So, um, have you had a roster before, Gina?
Ooh, little on me? No, girl, I've never did. No, never had a roster.
It was the who?
I've
Who?
always been a good girl. No, I haven't. No,
Hey, come
I
on, good
have.
girl.
I have, and I was the one who never let anybody know about the other person. So
Okay.
it was like I was out here, I was treating them like tricks. It is what it is. There was a younger me. Okay. Me now, no, I will give everybody a choice to make an informed decision
Mm-hmm.
about dealing with me. Because back then, boy, I was rough. As my grand, I was raised with 10 boys, so I had that mentality of a
Oh,
boy.
you had that dog in you.
Woof! I was a dog.
Come on.
I was a dog.
Listen,
But they say dog catch a dog catch. I was catching them and setting them free.
man.
That was me. And
Okay.
no, and now when I look back, some of the guys I dated were hardcore. I've always loved a thug. They were hardcore thugs, and to think if they would have found out about each other, ooh,
You said the chaos that would ensue.
that's- yes. So I'm just glad I get out the game, is
Yeah.
I would say, and I've learned my lesson, and now I give people informed decisions on how you will deal with Gina Marie. Okay, I'm a
I
good
ain't
girl.
mad at that.
What how? Yep. You had a roster before?
Yes. Yeah. I'm sitting up here like, was it an intentional one, or was it just one by happenstance? And it ended. I really think it was one just by happenstance.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't like a full lineup, but it was just two. I think it was two that I was dating and messing around with. But that was when I was in the whole phase of my life, so that's why I can't really remember.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know at that time, like even when I was in my whole phase, it was the same dude that I was fucking on all the time. You know what I'm saying? But would I entertain other niggas? Oh, absolutely. I
Mm-hmm.
was entertaining left and right, but it wasn't nothing going on. And then when I stopped messing with that one, I went on and did whatever. I was like, well, shit, fuck it. But in my whole phase, that was in my 30s.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Cause I navigated my last breakup very differently. And then when I first moved to Indy, and then of course, so my whole phase was for a couple of years. I stopped for a while, but then my whole phase picked back up after I lost my mama.
Mm.
Baby, I was out here whoring. Okay.
A lot of times
Uh
that's tied to because of the loss. going.
Uh-huh. Oh, I figured that out later down the line. But I even knew then that it was because of that. Like, I just wanted to feel something. I just wanted to have some fun. I just wanted to have a good time.
Mm-hmm.
Only if for a moment. And that's what it was. Like, I just needed it for the moment. But now, the place that I'm in, it's more so for the freedom and exploration of it all.
Right.
Seeing what's available, seeing what people are really willing to do or be a part of. Because I'm like, bro, hey, can I be a couple's girlfriend at this point? I'd rather be a couple's girlfriend. Then that way I really ain't got to deal with nobody
Nope,
on a
because you
regular
can.
basis. I ain't got to deal with neither one of y'all on a regular basis, and I can go home and do what I want to do. So
Yep, that's
I
true.
don't know. I don't know. But
You
also,
have
I feel like that'll get weird at some point because motherfuckers don't know how to keep shit a buck, you know?
well, it could, but it always goes back to that conversation. You got to
Mm-hmm.
have those deep conversations. So if I'm going, okay, so if I'm going to be part of this, what are your expectations from me? Because I have
Mm-hmm.
expectations from you both. And what would a day in the life look like when we're all navigating together at the same time?
Together. Mm-hmm.
Would it be like I'm your second wife or your second girlfriend, whatever? Would it be that I take second to her or, whatever, whatever? And for me, it would have to be no, you both on the same playing field because
Right.
there's not one better than the other because a lot of times you have people who go into these situationships and they're like, well, you're going to be our girlfriend or you're going to be our boyfriend. And if it's a man, you're going to be the second and he's going to be the head. And I think everybody should be on the same playing field because it makes it a little bit easier. Because
Mm-hmm.
you don't want somebody trying, everybody is grown and you don't want somebody trying to, well, you can't do this and you can't do
Yeah.
that.
Trying to dictate how
What you can
things are
do.
gonna go. Yeah, how things are gonna go. And now I get if y'all have a certain way of navigating in y'all relationship, but that does not mean that that's how we're gonna navigate in this relationship on this side. And so I fully get that. I think um I just think if people are gonna do it, they need to have a lot of boundaries. You know what I'm saying? And being able to have great communication. Like you said, going back and pulling out that contract, I feel like a lot of regular relationships would do better if they had a contract.
Right. Because if this was a contract, people understand it's in writing what they need, what is expected of them, and then there's no trying to
No
figure out
confusion. Right.
what am I supposed to do? How am I supposed to act? Am I supposed to, because some people don't like dating. They don't like going out, taking people
Uh-huh.
out to eat. And you may be a person who's a very outgoing person, and you get with somebody who's a homebody, and it's like, well, damn, I thought at least I understand your homebody, but we never go anywhere. We never do
Yeah.
anything. It's always come to my house, we watch a movie, and I'm tired of that. I want excitement.
Man, and that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't want a motherfucker always coming to my house or always like I'm having to tell you what we're gonna do. No, I want a motherfucker that understands me so well that they be like, all right, here's the day. This what we gonna do. Here's how we gonna navigate. And then if anybody know for real, I love a good road trip. Baby, we ain't even got to go far. Take me somewhere an hour out and we can go and explore and have an amazing time. I think a
Yep.
lot of times the intentionality when it comes to dating has been lost simply because people don't want to use their imagination. Motherfuckers don't have no whimsy. Everybody has gotten to a space where they think that they have to pretend to be so mature or so grown or such an adult. I don't give a fuck about none of that. As long as you taking care of your business and doing what you need to do, all of that other fake adulting shit can be up out the window. Because
That
I
part.
am going to be whimsical. I am going to be. I'm not gonna always be the biggest adult in the room, and which is why sometimes I be like, I need an adultier adult when it comes to certain things, because that's not my area of expertise. But
Mm-hmm.
when it all falls down, I promise you, I want somebody who wants to have fun, to go outside, to do some things. That's but also somebody who can give me access to things. Like you're gonna being with me is not a matter of just being with me. Like
Mm-hmm.
being with me is having access to my network and all of that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I think people forget about that part too when you get out here and start dating, that you don't necessarily, like, a lot of people don't look at the overall benefit of the person that you're dating. Not saying that that's the only reason that you're dating them, but dating somebody that you genuinely like, that you genuinely care about. And then as you all build and grow that out, now you're like, oh, okay, now you can see a greater benefit to that person. So
Right.
I think a lot of people just forget that dating is supposed to be this kind of give and take
And take.
thing. Yeah, like, I don't know. Because people don't even have fun in relationships no more. They so busy trying to be content creator couples and all this other kind of bullshit. And it's like, bro, just be yourself with the person that you're dating. Be yourself, have a good time, have fun. Like, we can go do some childish bullshit. We can lay in the floor and color. We can watch cartoons. We can chill out. All of those kind of things matter to me. And those are factors for who I choose to date.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you don't want to have fun, or if I say I'm watching cartoons and you like, fuck is you watching cartoons for? Ain't you grown? You're not the person for me. Because nigga,
This is what I enjoy.
it's cartoons on my TV more than this real TV. My TV plays a variation of Bob Burger, Family Guy, American Dad, Tom and Jerry. Like, I literally hardly ever watch real TV, and I definitely don't do reality shows and all of that other kind of shit, cause I see that shit all day every day in real life. I don't want to watch that.
Right.
So I watch shit that, one, is great background noise because I'm probably working on some shit, or two, that just kind of makes me disconnect from the real world. So
And this,
if you don't like my motherfucking cartoons, you can go, bitch. Like, fuck you thought this was.
exactly what we need. We need people who, I think people forget that they were a child once, and a lot of people grew up too fast. And so when they become adults, they forget that whether you're an adult or a child, you still got a playful side to you.
Uh huh.
Sometimes
People
is
forget how to play.
you need to explore that playful side,
Mm-hmm.
because a lot of time people are so stressed. If you just sit down and get a coloring book, or sit down and just watch a cartoon or something that you would never even think, be outside and you see a kickball and you kick the ball. That's something you used to do. Or play dodge.
Facts.
It's just
Facts.
something that we did as children, but it brought us so much joy. You'll be
Mm-hmm.
surprised when you pick that back up. You'll be like, oh my God, that felt so good. I forgot
Right.
I enjoyed this, because we're so busy being adults. We're so busy adulting that we forget everybody has
Mm-hmm.
a playful side.
Yeah.
Everybody, you don't have to be serious all the time. You stop being serious all the damn time, you won't be so stressed out.
And that's
You
the motherfucking truth right there. If you stop being serious all the damn time, you won't be so goddamn stressed out. That's the truth.
Never is.
because life ain't going like that's the part for me, which is why I said I wanted a summer roster.
Mm-hmm.
Because I also feel like I'm in this space of life where I just want to do the shit that I've seen on TV and be like, okay, let's try that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to slap somebody for the first time in real life. I want to slap somebody. Not saying that it's a goal, but it's absolutely on my to-do list.
You want to slap somebody?
I want to slap the dog out of somebody. Or you know how like on TV where people get to kissing and then they pull back and they look at each other and the woman slap the shit out of the man and they go back to kissing. I want to do that goofy shit because I want to know what kind of passion ensues that. Where does that kind of passion come from? That you let me slap you and then the kiss got deeper? Like, wait.
That's that undeniable attraction. Be like, no, dude, I told you not to kiss me.
Right, like.
But come here, let me finish kissing you.
Right, yeah. That's what I'm like. That slam. I did finally slam the door in somebody's face, and I finally told somebody to get out of my house. I did that earlier this year. I finally did that. That was on my to-do list because I had never done it before. I was like, I wonder what that feel like. So I was able to do that this year because I ain't never had nobody. Like, I've never dealt with people who are very chaotic or anything like that as far as like relationship wise or even being like having somebody at my house to where I'm like, you got to get the fuck out. I've never dealt with that before. And so this year it was a little chaotic situation. And I told them, motherfucker, get out of my house. I want to get out. Now you're going to have to get. No, I said, you're going to have to get out of here with all of that. So just doing that kind of stuff. Yes, and I'm going to pop them legs. T-Ron. Happy birthday, T-Ron.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, boo. Happy birthday, T-Ron. But even when it came down to like those kind of things, like let's have some fun. And I think that's the part where people just stop tapping in. They stop wanting to be whimsical or being fun or exploring that little voice that be back here in the back of your mind, like, oh, I want to try that. Oh, I want to do that. Oh, let's go jump rope. Let's go play in the rain. Like, bro, every time I have an inkling to go play in the rain, as long as it's not cold, I'm going outside.
Right.
I'm going outside to play in the rain because the fuck? Why not? But I'm so over people trying to be overly grown. Like, I'm over that. I do not like overly grown people. You too motherfucking responsible for me. Fuck out of my face.
But those are the ones, and it's sad to say, because they're too overly grown, they tap out of life really fast.
Mm-hmm.
They don't give themselves the grace to have fun. I got too much going on. I ain't got time for all of that. They don't want to joke. They want to laugh. They don't want to do none of this. But then next thing you know, they stroking out or having a heart attack because they're too overly grown. Baby, chill out. Relax. Yep. Life is meant to be lived, which means have fun in it. Enjoy it. So, I don't know. That's sad. That's really sad.
It is. Let's see. So our quotable for this part is sometimes a roster is built from abundance, but also sometimes it's built from brokenness. So you can, like I said, you can't want to be or have a roster out of abundance and exploration and freedom and all of that kind of stuff. So we got to think about the motivation behind having a roster instead of thinking that just because somebody has a roster that they're being a hoe or that they just loose in the ass. and all of that kind of stuff, because we do often see all of those labels and thought processes happen when somebody says that they're in a poly relationship, or especially, or even just having a roster, because they think just because you're dating multiple people that you're sleeping with everybody. And that's not the truth either. Sometimes people are choosing to not have sex but date multiple people. People have made dating and having sex synonymous, and that's not true. So and so even when it comes down to the part of catching feelings and talking about that, when we say don't catch feelings, we're not actually saying don't catch feelings, okay? What we're saying is know your role and your place in whatever it is that you're navigating with someone. If you know this situation is not something that's going to be long term, don't be over there catching feelings. If you know you and this person just hunching on each other, then hunch on and go on. But don't make it a thing, or don't make it a big to do where you feel like this person is, now they playing in your face and all of that kind of stuff. Like, no. You knew what this was. I was out here dating and you were too. And now you mad because I'm dating and you're not anymore. Because you're looking for me to settle and be the only person that you're dating. So, no.
Can't get it twisted. You have to stay on course if you're going to do this.
But also, if you want to change it, then we need to have another conversation so that we can talk about what that looks like. And if I'm in agreement or in alignment with you and your thoughts. Because sometimes people just be saying shit to be saying shit and don't realize the commitment that it takes, or the commitment that comes with some of these things. So, feelings don't always ask for permission. Okay? One day turns into 3, and then the conversations get deeper and all of that kind of stuff. And that's why I don't like liking people. Because now I'm looking at my phone thinking about you. Now I'm looking at, and then everybody else don't get the same type of responses or communication or access. Like, and then you realize, like, this person is somebody that you really want in your life, and they are not just another option. So I think that shows up differently too. But again, going back to having the conversation, going back to talking and discussing what those things look like, and going back to actively making sure that you are having legit conversations with the people that you're dealing with. But I think that's it. Like, don't be out here catching feelings, don't be out here just being casual, because that's how you end up being a casualty. Because people will casually you and not think nothing more of you. But I also have started, like, we have to learn how to cut off access, because some people will sometime you. Some people will be in your life when they want to be in your life, or reach out when they want to reach out. And don't be serving nobody neither, because fuck on out of here. Stop playing double dutch, nigga. Choose, and you either in or out. What the parents used to say back in the day. You either gonna be in this house or you gonna go outside.
You ain't gonna be doing both.
Like, right. You're not about to do both. You either coming in or you going outside. So, we definitely have to be better about all of that kind of shit. And really get into a space of knowing what we want, knowing who we are, knowing how we want to navigate, knowing what we want people to be or do in this connection. But also, when it comes to the rosters, sometimes it's just fun. And you ain't supposed to have feelings in them situations. Sometimes this is all vibes, baby. Ain't no feelings over here. We only feeling the vibes. We only feeling the space that we are in. Don't come over here with them feelings. I'm hunching on you, you hunching on me. We do little random stuff for each other, but ain't no feelings. Don't catch feelings. You don't even need them. I'm not stopping in my prime. That's what she say in that song. And I'll be over here like, and the world's too big to think. That girl went off on that motherfucking song. She said the world is too big to think so small, baby. I got room to love them all. And they always answer when I call, baby. I've got room to love them all.
Baby.
Don't catch feelings. You don't need them. Jazmine was spitting her shit on that song, okay? But a lot of times the roster does not usually end because somebody asked for exclusivity. It ends because your heart quietly made a decision before your mouth did. Now you are actively in your feelings. Now you are actively, having the conversation to see if this is something you and that person have chosen to navigate into together. But if not, or if y'all decide to just not do that and still be what y'all are, enjoy the ride. You know what I'm saying? Like, have fun, do whatever y'all gonna do, but also navigate all of that shit ethically. Be transparent, have communication, state your expectations up front, but also make sure you're like y'all have consensual and adult ways of navigating that, and then make sure y'all have reciprocity in those spaces too, because you don't want to be the only one giving or always showing up or always doing because you are a part of a roster. But again, that goes back to expectations, transparency, and communication. So make sure y'all out here doing that and navigating this right, because you can have ethical non-monogamy, okay? You can have ethical dating, and it's not necessarily about you giving up nothing more than what you've already chosen to give. So that's that. Anything else you want to add, Auntie Gina?
Yeah, I'll just make sure you communicate.
Be out here being grown. Get out here and be grown.
Use your adulting and communicate. Just communicate. No matter no matter how you decide to navigate through your little roster.
Come on, look. Your little roster.
Let somebody have that informed
decision
to make their own choice with dealing with you. Don't be caught up in that bull, because I don't want to hear about you on the news.
Listen.
That person who wasn't informed about your situation, your roster.
Listen. Come on now.
Come
on now. So that's all we got for y'all. We probably gonna do a part 2 next week, because it's a whole lot more that we could discuss on this particular topic about catching feelings and deep diving into other aspects of it, because we talk about catching feelings a lot, but also we could even dive into the psychological part about people who are choosing to not express or keep saying that they don't want to catch feelings. Whatever the case may be, we want to thank y'all for tapping in, and we'll let y'all know if we decide to do a part 2. Y'all will see that flyer go up. But we want to thank you for spending your Friday night with us on PGC After Dark. With the Crazy Rich Aunties. We want y'all to keep it classy, keep it sexy, and as always, keep it spicy. Mwah, mwah, mwah. We see y'all. We hope y'all have an amazing evening. We about to go, because I know we both hot in these fucking robes, but we had to be cute on here for y'all. So check us out on all podcast streaming platforms. All of the old shows will be every last one of them will be uploaded, but go catch the ones that are already there. And tap in with us on Facebook in our group, the Fat Girl Chronicles podcast group, all of our pages, and check out our link tree and all of that good stuff that we got available. Link tree, you can buy us a coffee, and make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel, y'all. But we about to get up out of this thing. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all, and we thank y'all for rocking with us the way that you all have through the ebbs and flows. We love y'all. And good night.
Good night.
Trust.
Dependency.
Love.
Respect.
Passion.
Pain.
Intimacy.
Pleasure.
I sit here stuck inside my head, remembering you and I analyze all those things you said. You told me you loved me, you kissed and you hugged me, then you smile and look in my eyes and tell me that you